Hi guys, so I'm sorry I haven't posted any videos in the past couple of days. I've just been very lazy, but I have not gone AWOL, I have not gone MIA again. I'm here to do a video. Today I'm going to be doing a video where I'm going to be reading lyrics and tell you what I think the secret meaning behind the lyrics is. Today I'm going to be doing Katy Perry's Wide Awake lyrics, and the only reason why I decided to do this song first is because I really think there's like it spoke to me in a way. It's like when I heard the song, I could hear the secret meaning speaking to me, and I just thought, I should just share what my interpretation of it is. So, yeah, here we go. First, it starts off with "I'm wide awake," which is repeated 3 times, and I'm thinking that's just plain obvious. She's just wide awake. You know, she finally realizes she was in denial before or whatever. She was not really accepting it or realizing it, but now she's fully aware and fully wide awake. And then it says, "Yeah, I was in the dark. I was falling hard with an open heart. I'm wide awake. How did I read the stars so wrong?" Okay, so yeah, I was in the dark. I take that as she was blind. She did not see the truth. She was not accepting the truth. She was just blind to the obvious. She was blind to what she... Shut up. She was blind to what she needed to see. She was in the dark. She was falling hard, which I could take as she was doing the wrong thing, and she was tripping over doing the wrong thing, and it was just causing her to fall really hard. And you'll probably understand what I'm going to later in the song. With an open heart, she was, she wasn't trying to stop it. She was just openly just falling and letting whatever it was trip her up and take her down and mess her up and bring her down with it. How did I read the stars so wrong? She's basically just asking, how did I let this happen? How did I not realize this earlier? How did I not notice this and keep it from happening? She's trying to ask herself, she's trying to, like we always do when we go through something that at the end when we were going through, we didn't realize it, but at the end we were like, it was so obvious. How did I not realize this? How did I read everything so wrong? How did I not, I should have realized this. I should recognize this. I feel like that's what she's saying when she's saying, how did I read the stars so wrong? Next, I'm wide awake, which is obviously her eyes have been opened to what she's seeing, and now it's clear to me. It's very obvious. There's no other way to explain it. It's just bright as day. It's 100% obvious. It's completely clear. She understands what she's realizing right now. It's no confusion in it at all. It's 100% truth, and she completely understands everything. That everything you see ain't always what it seems. That pretty much what it is. Everything you see something in it, you think it's one thing, but then later on you find out, no, it was completely opposite or it was completely different. It's just, everything's not always what it seems. I'm wide awake. She's, again, wide awake. She's clearly seeing what was obviously there the whole time. Yeah, I was dreaming for so long. I guess you can take that in many different ways. I take that as, I guess, she was in denial, or she knew the truth, or she was just in denial. She wasn't accepting it, or just didn't recognize it. And she was putting a lot of, like when you're in denial, in the back of your conscience, something's there, something's going on, but you just don't want to accept it. So you make up stuff, make it sort of like a dream, make up stuff to make it seem like it's not really true. So she's kind of like that's what she's saying when she's dreaming for so long. She was kind of denying it and making out something that she deep inside really didn't know, really knew that it was not, but she was just trying to do it because she just couldn't accept it or come to terms with it. Then the pre-chorus. I never heard of a pre-chorus. I wish I knew then what I know now. She's basically just saying she's basically saying at the beginning of whatever she was going through, she wished she knew what she knew now, so she wouldn't have to go through this, and it would save her a whole lot of time and trouble. Wouldn't dive in, wouldn't bow down. Meaning, if she knew what she knew now, if she knew then what she knew now, she wouldn't have gone through with it, and she wouldn't have jumped right into it. She wouldn't have, dived into it and went straight into it, and she wouldn't have she wouldn't given into it and wouldn't have gone through it. Gravity hurts. meaning that, when she realized the truth, it's kind of like she hit bottom, or it's like she was up in the air. Like later in the, it says she's on cloud nine. She's like when she realized what she realized, reality, the truth hurts. So it's like she realized the truth. It's like boom, gravity took control, and she hit reality, or reality is gravity. I take in this sense, and when she came to reality, boom, it hurts. You hit bottom when you come to terms with the truth, and reality sinks in. Gravity takes over. You made it so sweet till I woke up on the concrete. Um, I don't know who she's talking to. Necessarily. Um, she, I'm taking it as she's talking to either an evil spirit or Satan himself. I'm gonna go ahead and get into what I'm thinking. She woke up on the concrete. It's just like as any Christian, which I'm not saying she's Christian. I think she may be because of the song. That's the reason why I chose this. But it's just when you go through something that's just when you go through something like carnal or fleshly or earthly or worldly, even it's like the world and Satan makes it look so sweet and makes it feel so sweet, makes it seem so right, and you go through it, and when you go through it and get through with it, you realize, when you get through it and you're on the other side of it, you've went through that and you're on the other side of it, and you're suffering the consequences of what you did. You realize after all it wasn't so sweet, and this wasn't something you should have gone through, and it, she went through whatever she went through thinking it was, cool and everything, and Satan or the devil made it seem like it was so cool, it was so sweet, and then one day she woke up and she was on the concrete, or hurt, realized, this wasn't so sweet after all. I really shouldn't have done this, and she's wide awake. She realized, hey, this isn't. I shouldn't have done this. I'm hurt. This is painful. No one should go through something like that. Now the chorus, falling from cloud nine. I take that as she's falling from, the hype of the fame, you know, fame, riches, glory, and all her famousness. Crashing from the high. Again, crashing from the high. She's went through all the fame, all her glory, her riches, being glorified, and then, it's kind of like an energy drink. You get all hyped up, and then you boom, you crash, and it's just no longer there. All the hype and everything from it, she's not there. So she's crashed, even though she still got the fame, all the hype and everything, she's crashed, and it's just not what it used to be, and it's not, the same. I'm letting go tonight. She's basically just letting go. She just doesn't care. She just doesn't care about anything. She's just letting go. She's not caring what she thinks anymore. She just doesn't care. She's just letting go. She's letting whatever come her way, come her way. She just doesn't care. She's like, when you're in the I don't care mood, you can care less what happens. You can care less what people say to you. You can care less what people do to you or what you do. It's just, you're in that I don't give a crap attitude. And I feel like that's what she's trying to say here tonight. And then she says, yeah, I'm falling from cloud nine. Like, she's just falling from the hype of the fame and everything. Okay. I'm wide awake, not losing any sleep. She's in that no care attitude. I can care less. I'm not going to lose sleep of whatever you say or whatever you do to me. Whether she's talking to a human being or whether she's talking to Satan or a demon. I don't care what spiritual attacks or whatever you throw my way. I don't care. I'm not going to lose sleep over this. You could do whatever you want to. It's not going to bother me. I picked up every piece and landed on my feet. She's basically saying she's not letting this stop her. She's not going to let this keep her from going on in life. She's going to pick up every piece, and she's gonna stand up, and she landed on her feet. She's not gonna let this stop her. She's gonna pick up every little piece and try to go from there and see where it takes her. I'm wide awake again. She's open. Her eyes are open. She's not blind to the obvious anymore. Need nothing to complete myself. No ho. Meaning that she doesn't need any of. She basically saying she doesn't need any fame or any. She's just basically saying she doesn't really need anything to complete herself. She doesn't need anything of this world to complete herself anyway. Yeah. I'm wide awake. Again, she's obvious to the thing that it wasn't very obvious anymore. Yeah, I'm born again. out of the lion's den. And this is the part what makes me think that she got saved, or that she is a Christian. I could be wrong. Don't worry. Don't quote me on that. She could very well be wrong. I mean, I could very well be wrong. She may not be saved, but I'm thinking she is saved because she says, "I'm born again." And as Christians, when we get saved, we are considered born again. And then out of the lion's den, that just one thing that spoke up to me, because she's kind of saying that she's out of the lion's den, and that refers to Daniel in the lion's den. And with all the lions, she's out of the. I don't know. She kind of speaks for herself in a way, I guess. I don't have to pretend, and it's too late. The story's over now. The end. I don't have to pretend, and it's too late. I don't know. I haven't really gone over these lyrics before, so I'm trying to think of what that means. I don't have to pretend, and it's too late. The story's over now. The end. Basically, the part she doesn't have to pretend, she doesn't have to, pretend. She doesn't have to be in denial anymore. She doesn't have to make up something to keep her from thinking it's there. If she is saved, she's basically saying, I don't have to pretend, I do believe in God. I believe in Jesus, I believe He died for my sins, He rose from the grave, He conquered death. I don't have to pretend anymore. I don't have to deny this. I believe this. I don't have to pretend about it anymore. And it's too late. She could be saying it's too late to pretend, too late to turn away from not believing that, that she's saved. As a Christian, we believe that once we believe there's a saying, or I think it's in the Bible saying, that as a Christian, like if you were to die and go to hell, it would have been better for you to never have become a Christian at all. So and this could be what she's saying by she's saying it's too late. It's too late for me to go back and not believe in Jesus now, because because if I do this, then there is a Jesus, and it could be worse on me than it would have been better off for me to never believed in Him at all. I never got saved at all. Then so she's basically saying it's too late to turn back from God now. She might as well just go ahead and go through with this, especially since she is no longer pretending. It's so obvious, that she believes He exists. So it's too late to go back and turn back from this. The story's over now. The end. There's no more. Basically the story's over. There's no more to it. she believes Jesus died for her sins and that she's saved. The story's over. That's the end. There's no more to it. No more to the fact that there's no more to the fact that she's a Christian. The story's over. She's a Christian. Not much else to explain here. The story's over at the end. Then it goes to the pre-chorus again, which I've already explained, and then to the chorus again. Then it goes thunder rumbling, castles crumbling. Basically saying the old. I take that as the old is breaking away, going away. The old man has died. The new is alive. Then I'm trying to hold on. God knows that I tried. Seeing the bright side, I'm not blind anymore. Basically saying that she's trying to hold on to her newfound faith, and that God knows she's tried, and she's probably could have failed. As Christians, we all fail. We make mistakes. God knows she's tried. She's seeing the bright side. She's seeing the truth. She's seeing the light of God, the light of Jesus, and she's no longer blind to the ways of the world, or she's no longer blind to her past, or to the deceptive nature of Satan and his demons, or his workers. Then there's the chorus again, which I've already explained, and then there's the last, I'm wide awake, 5 times, which is, she's just obvious. She's wide awake. She's not blind to the ways of this world anymore. She's not blind to the fact that she's not blind to the fact that Jesus is Savior and that she's been saved. She's wide awake to the obvious now, to the truth. And that's the end of the lyrics. But that's just what I feel like. That's what I take from the lyrics. I may be 100% wrong. I may be 100% right. This is just my opinion. So, there could be many different interpretations of these lyrics. She could very well be talking about Russell Grant, her ex-fiance or ex-husband. And she could very well be talking about another person or any human being. And the song could be very obvious. She could have been saved and believing that Jesus existed and that she was saved, and now she's saying she's wide awake and that she doesn't believe in God or Jesus or that she's saved. It could be any interpretation, but that's just what I take from it. Mainly because of the fact that she's saying that she's out of the lion's den. What was the other part? Let me go back. That she's born again out of the lion's den. That's what I take that she's saved because of that part. But I could very well be wrong. Wrong. So, yeah. So, that's my interpretation of the lyrics Wide Awake by Katy Perry. So, yeah. Thank you for watching. I know this video is extremely long. I did not plan for this to go out to be this long. But, yeah. I will be doing a question of the day video later. I'm most likely not going to film it and upload it to YouTube. I'm probably going to do like a live YouNow video where I do a bunch of questions of the days from the app question of the days and just answer a bunch of random questions. It's going to be anywhere from a 30-minute to an hour-long video, probably 30 minutes. So yeah, if you like this video, thumbs up, put it in your favorites, I already said thumbs up, share it to your social media with your friends, and yeah, if you don't already subscribe. So don't forget to leave a comment or a video response below saying why you think I should do more videos or what other kind of videos you think I should do. So yeah, see you guys later. Bye.